Magic trick. Like a magic trick. I abracadabraed.
It's the Villains Talk Show.
Except if it was a magic trick. Would you?
I mean, I made a cup of tea, so it was pretty magical. I mean,
if we were betting on that, everybody would have to pay each other.
I got a nice magical cup of tea right here that is nothing but a magical spell.
Hello and welcome to the Villains Talk Show and podcast. I am one of your many hosts, C4. Below me, the overlord of tea, Insanieac.
Be sure to salute your picture of the queen, as they say.
Beside
I would
me,
say he's the underlord of tea. There is one overlord.
the underlord of tea. Beside me is Sara, Vike, kitty corner.
I will claim my place.
South, I guess it'd be southeast of me. It would be the great Grease Goblin. And then out in the ether, as always, floating in the blackness of space and time, is the elusive gentleman. Hello, everybody.
Manifesting once again.
He's back for his
The question
elusiveness.
does the elusive gentleman have a physical form?
No,
That is the question.
I haven't seen it
Seems
before.
to like blink in and out of existence.
You really do.
I haven't seen a physical form.
I'm like Captain Marvel in all of the Marvel movies. I only show up for 2 weeks.
Oh, God. No, not falling into that trap.
Your phone.
I'm not falling into that trap.
Yeah.
You don't
That's
answer your phone,
it's-
just like
I need a page.
You have to
get a
page you
pager.
and then you show up.
Yeah.
Lord.
Need to page it, and eventually you'll show up.
We
If he's
do
really
Exactly.
we do talk shows on
Perfect
Wednesdays,
segue.
which is today, and we also do two shots
Which
Sundays.
is
No, it's not.
Today is Wednesday,
Friday
and
this week.
we are doing our two shot and we're moving it last. Never mind that. But today is podcast for the today. Today is Disney. Disney are cult overlords.
Disney and Datney.
I was supposed to
Specifically
have.
princesses.
Both these at the same time.
I was supposed to
You mean like
have
above
a
and
guest,
below me?
but something came up, so they weren't able to get on the show, which is unfortunate. But hopefully, we'll have one for next week. We'll see. You never know with the show. You never know what we're gonna do. You never know what we're gonna say.
We should.
Everything is right away. We have every week's in advance. What are you talking about?
But
Yes, we didn't just come
Yeah,
up with
we're so
10
planned.
minutes ago.
We always know what we're doing.
something I wanted to kick off the show with is a piece of hot news that I just got. It's spicy. Have you guys ever heard of ExpressVPN?
Yes.
Yeah.
I've heard of them before.
The head of ExpressVPN has been ousted as an undercover CIA mission to the CIA.
Lewis.
Yeah.
This is all, if you look, this just came out like I think like an hour or two ago, and I didn't even know about it. But it's a piece of hot information that was just told me. And that is spicy. Ooh, it's spicy.
Oh my
That's pretty.
goodness. That is fantastic.
Restaurant went up last year.
I'm genuinely not surprised. What's the best place to get people's information with a security system that everybody uses?
Yeah.
No, it's not
Yeah.
NordVPN.
Express. I think didn't Express come first?
No, I
think
no,
Express did come first.
no.
Didn't it?
Nord's been around since I was like 14.
Ancient.
I've only heard pretty recently about NordVPN, like the past couple years.
Get
I've
on the
been hearing
phone.
about it for probably about 5 years.
Maybe 2006.
Dude, so
14.
NordVPN in February 13th, 2012. 9 years
So
ago.
what am I thinking
Okay,
of? Actually, how big is it?
I still say we can do an entire stream on
I
this.
do.
You are underestimating it.
Hey,
Don't.
I'm not so sure.
Uh,
Forget that.
If we're gonna
To open this up, you started this. Now it's open. Now it's out there for to be discussed.
If there's any Disney princesses, because I haven't seen Frozen.
Brave is a good one.
Dude,
I haven't seen
you
Frozen
are
either.
Scottish.
The
You
most-
are
I haven't seen
basically
Frozen.
just
The most-
required to watch Brave.
The
But
most
Brave is a great one. Yeah.
the most recent Disney princess movie I watched would probably be Moana. That was a
That is
great
Moana
totally
movie.
was a good one.
I loved
No,
that
it's not.
movie.
Unless
That
No,
movie
it's
was
not.
actually great.
Yeah, Raya was.
Brady,
Um,
a princess.
Yeah, I'll do the list now here. Here, I'll list them all for you. I got the
Are
site.
you going to talk about Disney?
Snow White, Cinderella, Aurora from Sleeping Beauty,
The other side.
Belle, Jasmine, Pocahontas.
Oh, here we go. Here we
Rapunzel
go.
from Tangled, Meridia from Brave, and Moana.
I found the link, by the way.
And then
what about
former ones are Tinker.
I put the link in the Discord, by the way. Edward Snowden.
Yeah.
Company with the CIO involved in cybersecurity court case. Whistleblowers concerned about security from tech.co.
All right.
That's ExpressVPN. You were literally talking about NordVPN.
No, he was talking about.
He was talking about Express.
I said ExpressVPN.
Oh, sorry. No, I got lost. Sorry. Yeah. I don't know what I'm talking about. This is not the first time.
My weird competition on Disney princesses, I got second place. It was very exciting.
What?
Yeah. So
sounds exciting.
Here, this is where I get talk about Disney princesses, and they have that weird sadistic smile on your face, Sarah.
I always have a weird sadistic smile on my face. I spend my day with 14-year-olds.
Is like, I mean, I think the answer is obvious, but at what point does Disney finally file to be a full religion? Because it's already a cult. And it's like,
yeah, there probably is.
I've looked that up.
Yeah,
it's not tax exempt. It's not.
No, but you see, they don't have the same power.
Could you imagine a Disney weapons R&D facility?
One in the day.
They made all the propaganda after World War II.
Be surprised if sponsored, a number of facilities.
Yeah, it wouldn't shock me at all.
Maybe not back in World War II because they were actually just company, but maybe now.
No, but
now big multi.
Problem is, there's no way you could do that. There's no way you could move in the shadows in your development.
About that.
But now they're at the point where they wouldn't need
Well, Disney managed to lie his way into buying all the land for Disney World. Like, no one knew it was for him until after it was well underway. Yeah. Just like half their stuff is now.
So, like, Disneyland's and Disney World's being
praise.
See, that could be your next the exploration of the cult of Disneyland.
I mean, I've been to a few of them. So here's funny enough. So funny you say that. So I've been to the one in California, and I've been to the one in Tokyo, and I've been to the one in Hong Kong. Okay,
I haven't been to any.
And I've been to the one in France. So I've been to 4. And
oh wow,
I'll tell you what.
I didn't know there was that many.
Here's what's cool about each one.
Yeah, there's quite a few.
They're the exact same. They have different like you have the Indiana Jones ride in California.
Pretty much, yeah.
And then you have the Indiana Jones ride in Tokyo, but Tokyo it's an actual roller coaster. And so is Space Mountain. Where the one in California, it's just like a little kiddie ride.
Well, everything in California is a little smaller just because the space is smaller.
But
the California one is pretty tiny.
The point is every Disneyland, except when you go to Disney World, because those ones I've never been to a Disney World, but Disneylands are all laid out the same. They have their own little quirks
Disney
and
World
stuff.
is close to the same too, but
they and they just have different kinds of rides. Like they have the same name for the rides, but each one's different. At least that was when I was a kid, so that would have been like 2000s, 2010.
So I've only ever been to Disney World, but I know that some of the rides in Disney World are modeled precisely off of the ones in Disneyland. So like It's a Small World. I know the Haunted Mansion is as similar as they could possibly make it.
Yes,
it has some differences, but yeah, it has some differences, but more out of like the fact that they didn't need to conserve space as much than anything else.
Yeah, because
both Disneyland and Disney World for California and Florida.
But that makes sense because there's certain iconic rides like you can't get. Yeah. I think there's an It's a Small World in the Paris Disneyland, but I don't think there's one in Tokyo. I can't remember, but they definitely try to mimic the iconic rides. But you still have like I said, like the Indiana Jones ride in California Disney is amazing because it's like this whole cinematic experience. And I think that's just because
they modeled that ride after the what's it called? The Back to the Future ride.
Yeah.
Except for they did the reverse to it. So the Back to the Future ride. And same with the Star Wars experience in California.
I think
Disneyland, right?
I think it's because of constraints.
It's all enclosed inside of a ride, but the what was it? The Tomb Raider and the Indiana Jones rides were their first attempts at trying to like use like green screens and make you actually feel like you were in a movie. So they were trying to take them outside of the country.
But look at us dividing up different rides. Like what a crazy
I like
company.
Tower of Terror.
I've never been in it.
Or another one would be like if you ever did the Ewoks ride in the old. It was in California.
And like 6 people have died. And that's just at one park. I want to know how many total people have died at Disneyland parks.
There's more than 6.
I'm gonna look it up right now.
Been a fair
that's what started that like conspiracy theory that they're feeding the Walt Disney clone underneath.
Disney.
Oh yeah. I think an important question to ask too, though, is what did they die from? Because could there be people who were just old and heart attack and died in the park?
That's part of it.
Wait. Okay. Sorry. I pulled up how many people have died. I want guesses.
16,000.
Holy shit. There's just mass executions at Disney. Hundreds of people have died over the years. That's
Yes, feeding the soulless machine.
Sir Jeremy.
They're the non-believers.
Sir Jeremy, what's your guess?
Are we talking like a single park here?
We're talking about all the parks all together.
In a single year?
As of 2018.
About 2,500.
Holy shit, you guys. Fuck, you're bloodthirsty. Holy shit. I don't think they'd be open at that point. 41 to 51 deaths. The list has never been truly made.
Lots of them are covered up.
You're sitting there giggling for a little while. I honestly thought it was going to be really high.
Yeah, that's probably the reason I guess.
No, it's so low. It's only 50. It's only 51.
That's so few.
You guys are out there murdering entire
That's
communities.
like not even one a year.
It's like a nuclear fallout blast.
They must have really good ambulances or something. They must just not be counting people at Disney.
What about all the bodies that are in Disney, though?
That's
like,
true.
If the body doesn't leave the park, it doesn't count.
So someone
It made it to the hospital first.
I know there's a lot of people who have scattered ashes in the haunted mansions.
Yeah, I was just reading that.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
That's creepy.
Mm-hmm. That would be a sweet place to have your ashes scattered.
It's illegal though.
Disney
You find out that like
Why would you want to spread your ashes at
if
Disney?
scattering your ashes somewhere actually binds you, then that would suck balls. Because now
you might want to pick a better location.
Other ghosts.
Alright, the worst corporate trap for the rest of your life. That's all about fucking like part of.
Yeah, but like, and apparently that's a common thing to do, right? So that house would be full. It's like you'd never have any peace. You'd have always everywhere you went a million other people. Like,
I feel like the worst would be It's a Small World.
If Beetlejuice waiting line.
The worst would absolutely be It's a Small World. Just think of that song on loop forever.
It's a small world.
Okay, guys.
Well, they turn it right off at night, right? So you get about 8 hours every night. Yeah, at California they did when I was there.
I posted this website in the chat that I found, and I'm just...
On Florida, maybe not, because I know it's open 24 hours there.
No, it's not.
Isn't it?
No.
I thought isn't parts of the park open 20?
No, there is no Disney park.
Yes.
Maybe
there's
because
like
if you have a
resort and shit on it, right?
Nightclubs and stuff.
If like you have a wedding there, I'm sure there must be some. I guess. So okay, wait.
World would be the only one I thought would do that, just because they have the resort like right on the park. Like
they
it's a bunch of islands, right?
A downtown area with like nightclubs and stuff, but not the actual parks.
Oh, okay.
Did you guys want to hear some of the horrible deaths that have happened in Disney?
Yeah.
I put a link in the chat.
There's some good ones too.
Actually, wait.
The ash spreader one that's in there.
Wait.
What happens if you spread your ashes?
2-year-old was eaten by an alligator.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. That was from the Africa adventure, right?
No, that was in Florida. Like that was an alligator.
Kid was thrown from the Big Thunder Railroad ride off it and hit another car passing by. 9-year-old.
Wow.
2000 actually. Funny enough, I read those two and I'm like, oh, those are horrible. Then this one got me. 2004, man dressed as Pluto at a park was run over by one of the giant floats.
Oh.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's sad.
Yep. Imagine that.
Just doing your job and then boom, you run over. That sucks.
That would be rough.
So you know what happens when you spread your ashes at Disney? They activate Code Grandma.
Oh no, really?
Yep.
They call it code.
Yep.
What does Code Grandma entail?
It means everyone has to evacuate from the place they spread it, and they have to put on like seriously protective clothing and like disinfect the entire place.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Only if
and then they throw your ashes in the garbage. I mean, fair point, but it's kind of
caught, though.
It's kind of Disney World or Disneyland where they usually have a fair bit of security.
Yeah.
And considering they also have a code for it, it feels like they've dealt with it before.
Yeah, absolutely.
So they might be aware. Ashes, probably.
Yeah. It is.
Yeah, it actually is.
That's why they have Code Grandma and all that.
That's too funny.
Well, because you're not 100% burned. There's still some bits left.
Yummy.
Exactly.
Yummy like bits.
It's super well done.
Crispy kibbles and bits, of course.
Someone brought a loaded gun on the dinosaur ride and unloaded the clip.
It's America.
Clip?
America.
Damn, they must be real angry. Oh, I mean, if you use your dark thoughts.
You know what? Okay. To balance this out, a good story is apparently a guy playing Tarzan for the Disney Magic Kingdom in one of the Disney parks. What is it? So, kid fell into the lagoon and was drowning. Doesn't say how old the kid was. And this Tarzan literally swung from a vine dressed as Tarzan, leapt into the water, and saved the kid.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Like on the show at the same time. Like, Betty, I hope you got a bonus.
Seriously, I hope that guy, go. That's fucking awesome.
All part of the show, everyone. Clearly, this was meant to happen.
Yeah.
My favorite thing I've seen was I saw a TikTok a little while ago of one of the actors playing Gaston kicking someone out of the park because of sexual harassment.
Yeah, I saw that video too. There was this was like this younger girl that her friends were trying to convince her to take a picture with Gaston, and she walks up and puts her hands on his chest and was like all flirty and shit, and he's just like, no, you can go. And then she's just like, oh, you're so funny. And he's like, no, like, seriously, leave. Like, that's not cool. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not okay.
No.
Yeah,
also, it's Gaston. Why?
Right?
Because no one spits like Gaston. And no one shits like Gaston.
Yeah.
And in a restaurant.
That's not how the song goes.
Like Gaston.
Apparently, I'm bad, so I kind of... isn't he just flamboyant?
No, it's LeFou.
Yeah, LeFou. I was just trying to think of his name. LeFou. Yeah, they made him way more flamboyant.
He was already that way.
I mean, he was played by Josh Gad. What do you expect?
Yeah, he was to be flamboyant. That's his.
Gaston, yeah.
No.
Yeah, that's funny because I always saw it the other way around. Actually, like when you watch the original Beauty and the Beast, like. I don't know. I always thought Gaston was more gay than LeFou.
I never gave a second thought to it, quite honestly.
He uses antlers in all of his decorating.
That's true.
Yeah, but if you're that bring up for something,
exactly.
That's true.
Exactly.
Well, they were probably just supposed to guys.
Too manly.
back in like
LeFou
that
is
time,
just
it
trying
was,
to
it
live
was kind of
vicariously
dangerous to
through
come
him.
out like that. You know,
I bet you anything. That's his actual like lover.
No, LeFou's just trying to live vicariously through him. LeFou's got nothing to do with it. I think it's all Gaston.
Back in the day, those villages, like it was dangerous to come out as gay. You know, so like they had to keep it quiet.
Especially if he's the most manly,
especially in France, especially in Catholic France. Maybe you have a point there.
Yeah. So like.
Yeah.
They were clearly a thing. They just couldn't do it in public. And yeah, Gaston was the protector, so they couldn't lose him. And then if they tried to fight him, it would be a big deal, you know.
Instead, he sacrificed himself to this. And how many people die in that movie? Like the original, like one guy gets eaten. One of the guys gets eaten by a dresser.
Yeah, one of the guys.
They get mangled pretty hard when they get like ambushed.
Like, and he like that's all the men in the town. So he like screwed that town to invasion, especially in like in medieval France or like Renaissance France in the 1700s.
Yeah,
man,
that town was there.
And let's say so let's say he was a lord in France though. So now all his court comes back and you have no military because all the local men were basically eaten. Like, and that's the other thing.
You know what's worse? His curse is cured too. He's not a beast, so he doesn't have like inhuman strength.
So now he's gonna be like gonna have to be like courted and taken to local law for like the fact that his whole city's like this. He hasn't taken responsibility for it as a lord.
Almost everyone in his court has just eaten human flesh.
Yeah, and they've all
they're all cannibals
at the end of that.
That's true. They're all cannibals.
They're all. That literally just hit me. They're all cannibals.
No, the footstool was a dog.
Oh yeah.
Okay, maybe not. And so was Lumiere, and so was Cogsworth. I mean, some of them obviously weren't.
Didn't eat people. Lumiere and Cogsworth didn't eat.
That's what I'm saying. They didn't. They didn't.
Yeah.
But
wardrobe,
the dresser. There was a lot of insinuating of eating, and where did they all go at the end? Where did they all?
Nobody knows.
Only like 5 or 6 ran away when they do that cutscene, and they entered with like 20, 25 people. And they just ate them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like a pretty big mob when they go up there.
They just ate them.
Yeah.
And then
Gotta love that Disney realization. Remember, that should be the next TikTok you make, is like an in-depth look at like all the different Beauty of the Beast like things. Where did they go? Who knows? Looks like they got eaten.
Looks like they got
The biggest Disney revelation that all of Beast's inner circle is now cannibal.
His entire court is, well, not entire, but like a good majority of his court
is a cannibal.
Is cannibal, yeah.
Yeah.
That's actually
it's also
hilarious.
Like for the French Revolution, isn't it? Like Beauty, Belle, and the Beast are screwed.
No, is it? Wait, is that when it's? Oh no!
Yeah, it's 1700s.
Yeah, it is too.
French Revolution takes place end of the 1700s.
I need to know right now.
I don't know the timeline of when
it's probably just after the French Revolution to see like the state of everything.
Sure it's before.
Yeah, it's right.
It's probably before. Yeah,
mid-1700s France.
Too funny.
They lived in a provincial town on the coast of France before the French Revolution. The most tragic princess story of all. Not Mulan.
So wait. Wait.
It's have to worry because they ate all the men, so the only thing they have to worry about is all the.
Okay, I picture this. It's 5 years later. The French Revolutionary Army, led by Robespierre, decides to go throughout the countryside to make sure their power is instilled and get rid of the nobles. They go to this town. Where did all the men go? Oh, they all went here.
All women.
Okay. They go to this castle. Oh, everything's fine. We're fine. They put two together. Wait, it's a castle of it just burns it down. It would just be burned, and because they would storm the Bastille, there'd be no sword fighting. It would all be guns.
Yeah, it would be
all guns.
And that's the only advantage that the Beast Army had, because they had been that way for like 60 or 70 years. So they had literally been transformed into inanimate objects in the Beast during the rise of muskets. Because muskets
that was
They
only
were
12
that way
years.
for like
Was it 20 years?
No, 12.
10 years.
12?
10 years we've been resting, needing so much more than death.
Oh yeah, no,
was
but
10.
it was 12 because they still had people come up until the 10 years.
What?
You're cutting it out.
It actually, if you do the math on it, he became a beast when he was 10 years old.
And by the end of the then yeah, I guess so. 10 years.
Yeah. And it's part of that one song. 10 years we've been resting, needing so much.
That's in the new one though.
No, it's not.
Okay. Well,
December. The long years we've been resting.
The logical end of Beauty and the Beast is the French Revolution.
Come out of their curse to just get decimated by the French army.
Pretty much.
After they've eaten like 20 people from the local town and have instilled themselves as cannibals.
It'd be 5 years later, and it's like 8 people living in this castle with the Twitches.
Yeah, and like every so often someone would go missing from the town and they'd still call him the Beast, even though he's like this beautiful.
He probably still
because crazy old Maurice, the craziest one in the town, is now living in the castle. Oh my god. And he almost oh my god. The optics, it's like a modern horror story. They should do that. I want to see that movie.
Dude, that's like House of 1,000 Corpses.
Beauty and the Beast.
Crazy old Maurice is like Dr. Death in the basement.
I want to see that
Beauty and the Beast.
With all the crazy magic and like fighting off an entire battalion.
That would be great. That would be great. But it's made by Pixar.
Yes.
Oh my god. Just to be a dicks about it.
And it can fit into their dark, like, Pixar future.
Yeah, exactly.
No, their dark Pixar past.
The dark Pixar.
It would be their past, yeah.
Is there a Pixar theory?
Yeah.
Yeah. The Pixar theory that all the Pixar movies are part of the same universe.
Yeah, they're all part of the same universe, yeah.
Yeah.
They are.
Yeah, Wally's at the end of it. Cars is like near the end when like people have disappeared and cars are all AI.
The Pizza Planet car is an interstellar spaceship.
I thought this was just a game theory that Matt Pat had.
No,
it's a big theory. It's a big theory.
And it's a big deal.
Because I remember seeing that theory years and years and years ago on film theory.
It's evolved since then. You have no idea.
I mean, and I'm sure they know about it, and so they play into it.
I mean, with Charlie from Always Sunny, right, where he's like planning at the whiteboard. Like that's as far as the meme's gone now. People map down timelines and shit, how it like everything fits in.
Yeah, and why it all fits together.
You know,
the interstellar Pizza Planet car.
Everyone knows that they just
time in history.
They just throw darts on the dartboard and they put Easter eggs in because they know they don't have to.
Yeah, that's it.
Everyone else is going to fill it in for them.